Hello, English learner. Welcome back to Today English Talk YouTube channel. I'm Daniel.
And I'm Olivia. We're really glad you're here today.
Today's episode is called Life Without Pressure. And just saying that out loud feels strange, doesn't it?
It does, because most of us don't know what life without pressure even looks like.
Pressure to succeed, pressure to be happy, pressure to be productive, pressure to become someone we're not even sure we want to be.
So today we're slowing things down. No advice yelling at you, no 10 steps to fix your life, just an honest conversation.
About what pressure really is, where it comes from, and what happens when we stop letting it run our lives. Music fades out. Segment 1. What is pressure really?
Olivia, let me ask you something simple, but not easy. When was the first time you remember feeling pressure?
Honestly, I think it was when I realized that being good wasn't enough anymore. I had to be better than others.
That comparison starts early.
Yeah, school grades, sports, social media later on. Pressure slowly becomes the background noise of life. You don't even notice it anymore. You just feel tired.
That's the thing. Pressure doesn't always scream. Sometimes it whispers, "You're behind. You should be doing more. Everyone else has it figured out."
And we believe it. We carry that voice into adulthood like it's the truth. Segment 2. The invisible weight.
Pressure is heavy because it's invisible. You can't point to it and say, "This is what's crushing me."
Right. Instead, you feel anxious for no clear reason. You feel guilty when you rest. You feel restless even when things are going well.
I used to think something was wrong with me. Why couldn't I enjoy success? Why did achievement feel empty?
Because pressure tells us that this moment is never enough. There's always a next goal.
Pressure doesn't let you arrive. It keeps you chasing.
Segment 3. Social pressure and comparison. Let's talk about social pressure for a moment.
Especially now, social media shows us highlight reels, not real lives.
You see people your age getting married, buying houses, building companies, traveling the world.
And suddenly, your own life feels small, even if it's peaceful.
Pressure convinces us that quiet means failure.
But what if quiet means contentment? What if slow is actually healthy?
Segment 4. Productivity culture.
We live in a world that worships productivity.
If you're not busy, you're lazy. If you're resting, you're wasting time.
But humans aren't machines.
And burnout isn't a badge of honor.
Pressure tells us our worth is tied to output.
But your value doesn't disappear when you stop producing. Segment 5. Emotional pressure.
There's another kind of pressure we don't talk about enough: emotional pressure.
The pressure to always be okay.
To always be strong, to not burden others with your feelings.
We bottle things up because vulnerability feels like weakness.
But unexpressed emotions don't disappear. They turn into anxiety, anger, numbness.
Segment 6. What would life without pressure feel like?
Let's imagine something for a moment.
A life without constant pressure.
A life where rest doesn't come with guilt.
Where your timeline is your own.
Where you're allowed to change your mind.
Where success isn't loud. It's peaceful. Segment 7. Letting go, not giving up.
Choosing less pressure doesn't mean giving up dreams.
It means choosing dreams that don't destroy you.
It means asking, is this what I want or what I was told to want?
Letting go isn't failure. Sometimes it's freedom. Segment 8. Small practices for a lighter life.
Living with less pressure starts small.
Taking breaks without explaining yourself.
Saying no without guilt.
Unfollowing accounts that make you feel inadequate.
Redefining success in your own words.
Segment 9. Final reflections.
If you're listening right now and feeling overwhelmed, I want you to hear this clearly.
You are not behind.
You are not broken.
You are not failing at life.
You're human, living in a world that asks too much.
Segment 10. The pressure of time.
Olivia, can we talk about time for a moment?
Yeah, time might be the biggest source of pressure there is.
Because we're constantly reminded that it's running out.
There's this unspoken deadline hanging over everyone. By this age, you should have this. By that age, you should be settled.
And if you're not, you start to panic, like you missed a train that everyone else caught.
But life isn't a schedule. It's not a race with checkpoints.
Some people bloom early, some people bloom late, some people bloom quietly, without anyone watching.
Pressure turns time into an enemy.
But time isn't against you, it's just moving.
Segment 12. Family expectations. Another heavy layer of pressure comes from family.
Especially when expectations are wrapped in love.
Because then it's harder to say no.
Parents want security for us. Relatives want pride. Sometimes they project their unfulfilled dreams.
And suddenly, you're carrying a future that isn't yours.
Choosing your own path can feel like betrayal.
But living a life you hate just to please others is a slow kind of loss.
You're allowed to honor your family and honor yourself.
Segment 13. Pressure in relationships.
Let's talk about relationships.
Ah, yes. Pressure disguised as romance.
The pressure to be perfect partners, to always communicate well, to never mess up.
The pressure to stay even when something feels wrong.
Or the pressure to leave because society says you should never settle.
Pressure tells us love should look a certain way.
But real relationships are messy. They're human. They evolve.
The healthiest relationships aren't pressure-filled. They are safe. Segment 14. Career and identity.
So many people confuse their career with their identity.
Because that's what we're taught. What do you do is often the first question we ask.
And if you don't have an impressive answer, pressure creeps in.
But your job is something you do, not who you are.
You're still worthy even if you're unsure, unemployed, or changing paths.
Pressure says pick one thing and stick to it forever.
But growth often means change.
Segment 15. The cost of constant pressure.
Let's be honest about the cost.
Chronic pressure leads to anxiety,
Burnout.
disconnection from yourself.
You stop listening to what you actually need.
You live in survival mode instead of presence.
And the scariest part, you forget what joy feels like.
Segment 16. Rediscovering stillness.
One of the most rebellious things you can do today is slow down.
To sit with yourself without distraction.
No phone, no noise, just you.
At first, it's uncomfortable.
Because pressure hates silence.
Silence brings truth. Segment 17. Redefining success.
What if success wasn't about more?
What if it was enough?
Enough peace, enough rest, enough money to breathe.
Enough time with people you love.
Enough alignment with who you are.
Success doesn't have to impress others.
It just has to feel right to you.
Segment 18. Giving yourself permission.
Permission is powerful.
Permission to rest.
Permission to change.
Permission to not know.
You don't need to earn rest by suffering first.
You don't need to justify your boundaries. Segment 18, Listener Reflection Moment.
If you're listening right now, I want you to pause for a second.
Take a breath.
Ask yourself gently, where am I feeling the most pressure?
And then ask, is this pressure helping me or hurting me?
You don't have to answer today.
Awareness is the first release. Segment 19, A Different Way to Live.
Life without pressure isn't empty.
It's spacious.
It makes room for curiosity,
For mistakes.
for joy without urgency.
For rest without apology. Segment 20, Closing Words.
You're allowed to live softly in a hard world.
You're allowed to take the long way.
You're allowed to choose peace over pressure.
And if no one's told you lately,
You're enough right now.
not later, not after success.
Right now.
Thank you for staying with us through this extended conversation.
We hope it felt like a deep breath.
Until next time, be gentle with yourself.
Life isn't meant to be carried under constant pressure.